Okay, that's one. We only need 1,000 more. Bonjour. I've always wanted to live in a magical place, dreaming of going into those fantasy worlds that I saw in books and movies and video games. Having a house that looks like a whimsical castle. But I'm a grown-up now, and I don't need permission to paint my walls anymore. So, I already painted my bedroom in a black and blue base color. It's in another video if you are interested in some satisfying paper peeling from the walls. But now that it is done, let's get into the fun part, which is adding some magic. I've made some Pinterest boards to try to figure out where to go without it looking too tacky. No promise. I think I wanted to give magical astronomy, like a whimsical dark academia. I know I'm making some bold choices for home decor, but I think it will be very nice. And if it doesn't work, you can definitely roast me in the comments. I've already gathered all the supplies, so now let's get started. C'est parti! When I painted the room, I conveniently omitted the heaters. So let's just start with painting those with black, like my soul. It's a spray paint, especially for heaters, because you definitely want something that will resist the high temperatures. Wow, you don't see it at all. Anyways, let's work on curtains. The old ones had to go, and not only because there was a dead stink bug on them, but to fit the theme of the room, I'm going with blue velvet. They just need a quick hem because this wall is not very high. Now the light switches and plugs are white, so very much sticking out from the black background. Let's change them. I am now a professional electrician because I watched 2 YouTube videos, so... Obviously the power is shut during this step. Stay safe, please. It is scary at first, but once you understand which color goes where, I think this is very easy. In this economy, I think it's always good to learn how to do yourself all the maintenance and repairs of your house. And it is very satisfying. Next, and the most expensive part, is that I bought a fancy repackaged fan. It will add some light in this dark room and also some air in the summer. Because the summer in the south of France, it gets really hot, and we don't have air conditioning around here. Installing this thing was very tricky, but again, very satisfying when you do it yourself, and it works. Another thing that I want to upgrade in this room is that you can see the white bed frame, so I'm going to cover it with some fabric and maybe make it, I think it's called a bed skirt, because I have some black fringe, so I hope it would look good. Let's do that! I'm going velvet again to match the curtains, but this time in black. And this very long line has to be sewn by hand onto the fabric bed frame. For this, I'm using a curved needle. I don't like it. I don't know about you, but I think it doesn't work with the style of the room. I'm not gonna waste it. I'll just get the blades out of the way for now, while we work on the most exciting part. Okay, I've made kind of a plan. I think something has to be done for the fan. The wood is not really working for the kind of ceiling that I have in mind. I guess I just draw shapes and see where it goes. To draw the orbits or the big circles, I'm using the ancestral technique of pin on the string. It's really hard to get a clear vision of what you are working on when it's on a ceiling, especially one here that has a lot of different heights. But I'm going for an organic design, so it's okay if it's not really perfect. The angles are a bit tricky as well, but we're going for a magic geometry, so it's fine. I've bought 5 different types of sticker stars. Not really sure if they were going to turn out any good, so those designs are kind of all over the place, but I like all of them. Now let's add a few hundred more! Now I'm drawing the orbits with some gold paint. Again, no real plants there. I want it to look like an old damaged star map that is also a bit magical. So it doesn't have to be perfect circles and perfect lines. Just going with the flow on the design and trying to avoid a neck injury. This project took way longer than it should have. I really haven't been feeling very well recently. Kind of burnout from Halloween. It suddenly got really cold also, so that's why I kind of dressed like a potato and look like a potato. That's also why I haven't been posting that many videos recently. I'm going back to a video every 2 weeks because every week is just not sustainable. I really don't understand how people can do it. I'm just not strong enough for this. But painting walls and slowing down has been very therapeutic. Also Baldur's Gate 3, but we don't talk about my love life with elves and bears. Anyways, thank you for your patience, and I think I'm getting back on the creative horse now. The string can also be used to draw some lines to connect my solar systems. Using some paint markers for the lines is so much easier. I can add some stars and just connect them into some fantasy constellations. And of course, what was highly suggested in the comments of my last video, using some glow-in-the-dark stickers. This was the best decision for this project. In total, I've added 1,500 stickers, and now just adding a lot more extra ones in gold marker. I think the differences in sizes and shapes makes all the things just work together. I really love it. And for the last touches, I'm just hiding some ugly details with some black paint, repainting the blades of the ceiling fan in black, and adding some old books from my magical thrift shop garage to add a touch of academia in my dark room. I'm installing some magical floating bookshelves. They are very cheap and very easy to install, and I think it's the perfect touch on this room. It kind of looks like the bedroom of a wizard, a magical scholar in astronomy, but still staying very dark and elegant. I think the final step will be turning my bed into some sort of gothic canopy bed monster, something completely over the top, but it will be for another time, because now it is the reveal. Please subscribe and good night.